Welcome, everyone, to today's Explainer. Today, we're decoding the ultimate playbook for international travel. We're looking at a super helpful guide from Travul.org called Start Your Journey Right, When to Arrive at the Airport for International Flights. Look, we all know the actual travel part can be incredible, but the logistics, they can be pretty daunting if you aren't prepared. Okay, let's dive into this.
Ever rush through an airport with your heart absolutely racing? We've all been there, right? Or, at the very least, we've watched those poor people absolutely flying past us at the terminal. The sweaty palmed panic, that desperate sprint toward the gate, the sheer terror of watching the clock tick down. When it comes to international flights, timing isn't just some casual suggestion, it's a vital strategy. Arriving early, that is the ultimate difference between starting your trip in total chaos and starting it with complete, unshakable confidence.
So, let's start with Section 1, the Golden Arrival Rule. So the crucial point is 3 to 4 hours. For most international flights, that's the absolute recommended arrival window before your departure. And look, this isn't just some random, overcautious advice your parents give you. It's based entirely on the mechanical reality of how international airports actually operate. Unlike a quick domestic hop, international travel involves multiple, dense layers of checks, and every single one of those layers, it takes time. This 3 to 4 hour buffer is your breathing room. It literally protects your itinerary.
Which brings us to Section 2, the International Airport Gauntlet.
You really have to think of the airport as this highly complex yet incredibly fragile system. It's a gauntlet you simply cannot rush. Let's break it down. Step 1, check-in and baggage drop. Airlines often hard close these counters 60 to 90 minutes before departure. If you miss that window, you're denied boarding, no matter where the plane is. Step 2 is security. We all know lines here are notoriously unpredictable. They can stretch infinitely, especially during peak seasons. Then, Step 3, immigration and passport control. This is a massive friction point. These manual document checks take serious time, particularly when multiple heavy international flights are boarding all at once. And finally, Step 4, the boarding process, which usually kicks off 45 to 60 minutes prior to takeoff. Missing any of these highly structured windows completely shatters your travel plans.
Now, while 3 to 4 hours is the standard baseline, there are 5 specific difficulty multipliers that are going to demand even more of your time. If you're traveling during peak periods, well, expect longer queues everywhere. If you're traveling with luggage, you got to factor in the physical drop-off and handling times. Traveling with family, that inherently slows the entire process down. For first-time travelers, extra time is just a given to navigate the terminal layout. And lastly, visa and document checks. Depending on where you're headed, manual verifications can heavily delay forward movement. These aren't just minor inconveniences, they're operational bottlenecks. Airports operate on a razor's edge of capacity. Just one delayed baggage belt or a sudden shift change at immigration can cause immediate cascading delays. Any one of these factors actively eats right into your buffer, meaning you absolutely must adjust your timing.
Let's move on to Section 3, the cost of lateness.
Let's be incredibly direct here. Arriving late is expensive. If you gamble with the golden rule, the fallout is severe. Best case scenario, you're stressed. Worst case, you completely miss your flight, immediately forcing you to pay out of pocket for a premium last-minute ticket. And consequently, your entire itinerary faces delayed or totally canceled downstream plans. It's a domino effect. Beyond the massive financial hit, you're drowning in unnecessary stress and confusion. One single timing mistake at the airport can actually end up costing you way more than your entire trip budget. Okay, let's flip the script. Section 4, Smart Traveler Time Savers.
And this brilliantly illustrates the essence of systematic risk mitigation. You can actively take control of your timeline. Getting there early is great, but being prepared, that makes you unstoppable. First up, check in online. Most airlines open this up 24 to 48 hours prior, actively shaving precious minutes off your gauntlet. Second, keep those documents ready: passport, visa, ticket. Make sure they're instantly accessible. Third, pack smart. Seriously, avoid restricted items that are going to trigger secondary security checks. Fourth, know your terminal in advance to avoid a fatal delay at a massive complex. And lastly, track your flight to stay updated on scheduled changes before you even leave your house. Every single one of these steps acts as a personal buffer against those systemic delays we talked about.
Next up is Section 5, the psychology of early arrival. This is something a lot of travelers totally overlook. Arriving early isn't just about saving minutes. It's about actively protecting your peace of mind. Consider the rush traveler for a second. They're chaotic, highly stressed, and totally gambling with their timing. Honestly, it's a miserable baseline for a trip.
Now, consider the prepared traveler. Because they followed the 3 to 4 hour rule, they're moving calmly through every single checkpoint. They actually have the bandwidth to sit down, grab a coffee, eat a meal, or just rest. Travel should feel exciting, not chaotic. With airports busier than ever right now, smart travelers simply do not gamble.
Which leads us to our final part, Section 6. Start your journey right.
Preparation beats pressure every time. It's such a powerful mantra to remember. Your trip does not magically begin when the airplane wheels leave the runway. No, your trip starts the exact second you lock your front door and leave for the airport. Getting your timing right sets the entire tone for literally everything that follows. Whether you're flying across the world for a crucial business meeting or relocating for a totally new life abroad, this principle absolutely holds true.
If you're planning an international journey, the source of today's explainer, Travul.org, offers some really incredible guidance. They can help you plan your journey step by step, avoid the costly mistakes we just discussed, access real opportunities abroad, and get expert guidance tailored perfectly to your needs. You can visit their site at Travul.org, reach out directly via WhatsApp, or follow them for more great tips on all social platforms at @Travelism. They really are an amazing resource to ensure you start smart.
So we've covered the gauntlet, the incredible costs of being late, and the absolute psychological power of being prepared. The 3 to 4 hour rule isn't just friendly advice. It protects your time, your hard-earned money, and your overall experience. So I'm going to leave you with this one final question to ask yourself before your next big trip. Will you gamble with your timing, or will you start your journey right?